Today I'm going to share a project I got going on with one of my dusters. I got the front seal of the pinion here leaking, and that's pretty common that can happen after 40-50 years. Here's the old one I took out of my duster, and if you look in here, this actually has the old rope seal like what you would find in a rear main seal. So that's the original one. That's got the part number right there. The new ones look like this, and they're more typically what you see, the spring wound around this rubber. They work also. And there's some annoying things about this when that front pinion seal starts to leak. And some of them annoying things are simply is they don't have a dipstick that you can pull out and check the differential grease. That's annoying. And if you are a little low, you just don't pop the hood and pour some in and you're done. No, you got to get them off the ground to get underneath there to check and add the differential fluid. And also, everywhere you go, you mark your spot. And it's not good if you take it to the drag strip, especially if it's a pretty consistent drip. You don't want rear end grease on the track. That could be dangerous. So today, I want to show you how I change this seal. Some people believe to change that seal, you should disassemble this, because there's a crush sleeve in here. You should replace that crush sleeve. It's probably the right way to do it, but a lot of people don't. They do it a certain way, and they've had really pretty good luck with it. I'm just showing you what I'm going to do. I'm not telling you this is what you should do on your project. This is how I'm going to do mine. So if you're going to use this method, use your own discretion. Maybe get professional advice. That's not me, for heaven's sakes. This is an old, rusty, third member, hog head, whatever you want to call it. So I don't even know if I'll be able to show you exactly, but you'll get the idea of the process. So what I do to try to help leave the crush sleeve and put it back like it was is I make a mark across to this, and then the same way on the nut, but only one side. If you do both sides, you won't know if you're a half a turn off or on. I also go straight on the yoke, and then I actually bring it down here on the actual carrier case. So what you're looking at is a marking and alignment, and then I look and see, if you look here, you can see there's 2.5 threads sticking out. So just as another reference point, and if you want to make a marking on that, you can go 2.5 here. So you're going to need a paint marker. You really need a 1 1/8 inch socket impact. Now again, I didn't spray solvent. I just took this out of my scrap pile. It's been sitting out here rusty, so I don't even know if I'll be able to knock this off, but if I can't, I can still show you the process. I mean, you'd want to spray this up and lube this up before this, and then dry it with brake cleaner and make your markings. But let's just see what happens. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Winner. So there's going to be a flat washer inside there, right there, you can see it. We didn't move the pinion at all. And now the next thing is, and these are iffy too. Again, this has been out in the junk pile and all rusty. But usually you can just tap the back of this and this yoke will come out. All right, it was a little bit stubborn because of the, like I said, the rust. I didn't spray anything on it at all. I just pulled it out a couple minutes before I'm showing you. All right, get the washer out of there. And there you can see that this is a 10 spline. Now I'm going to use a hammer and a screwdriver, and now I'm just going to try to tap that front seal out of there. Just by going from side to side. There it is. The leaky seal. We're pretending. Now you'll take your new seal, and you can use Indian head slack around here. That's a good idea. You can put a little bit of max oil resistant RTV around there, or your favorite sealer. Some like Right Stuff. And the object of it is, of course, you'd have this cleaned out in here, is you would put this in here and tap it in. I'm not tapping it in because this is not the one the seal's going in. It's going in my duster. I said that. And then I like to put just a little bit of grease around the rubber seal of the new one. Then your reinstallment, if you want to lay like a 1x4 across here, or you got a better way of doing this, you know, I'm just kind of showing you the process. You still got this lined up. You got to start this to where this is lined up. You want to pay attention to the washer. The washers can be conical, which means they need to be orientated. If you want to put just a marking on there so you know what side the nut goes on and what side goes up against the differential. And then we got to put this on here. Now remember, we had a couple of threads sticking out there, so let's try it. I'm going slow and easy because I want not to drive past it and push that crush sleeve further. Okay, we about got it. All right, so we got almost the right amount of threads, so if I bring this mark around up to line up with these, it should be okay. And this might be a good time to use a breaker bar. A little bit more. See, it's coming around. All right, now I'm going to line up a marking on here with that so I know when to stop. Almost. There you go. And I got the same amount of thread sticking out of here, and I got all them lined up. I could drive that nut past it, but the problem is if you do that, is you will compress that crush sleeve further, and therefore throwing off all your ring and pinion settings, your, you know, preload and everything that you got set. So I'm doing it in the duster. I just unbolted the drive shaft with your 4 little bolts that hold the U-joint straps on. Set the drive shaft aside, and I'm doing it right in the duster. That's why the duster's raised up. So hopefully when I'm done it won't leak. So here it is on the duster, all finished up. You can see I got my markings in a row. So hopefully I have success with it. Not a big job or a big task. A little bit of caution. If you disagree, if you think every time you must replace that crush sleeve, I'm not arguing. It's probably the right way to do it, no doubt. That's how I'm going to do it. I've known people to swap to different size yokes by doing it this way. So already fall, time goes by.